In the shivering cradle of the north, beneath pale stars and frost-laced skies, a child shall draw her first breath. Upon her breast the mark shall burn deep, black, and ancient, the stain of the abyss. She is no ordinary babe, but born of dark blood, her veins thrumming with infernal sorcery, her soul tethered to realms where mortals dare not gaze. She will walk as a girl among men, yet the shadow will know her as kin. Her laughter will echo like a charm sweet and beguiling, but behind her eyes smolder a fire not lit by this world. As she grows, so too shall her power, until the veil between planes wears thin, and the beast of her blood press against the door. Should she come of age unchecked, she will call to her kin not in prayer, but in triumph. And they will answer, oh yes, they will come, on wings of flame and ruin, to walk once more in the daylight. Woe then to the realm of men, for suffering shall not descend like rain, but rise like flood, drowning all. Thus is it woven, thus shall it be, unless a blade finds her heart before the hourglass runs dry.
We can jump ahead, say we've already defeated the dragon, we can get a long rest, and I can get my 4 strength hit points back!
Very subjective jump ahead. Oh. Sure, we absolutely can. We've got an outstanding charity that we keep going throughout the year. 988 is a mental health awareness, suicide awareness charity drive where you can, for them personally, you can text or call anonymously or give them your government name, however you wish, and they're going to find you specialized help. For just about anything you can go to, they'll categorize it and get you either our links or set you up with a therapist or something like that. But the bottom line is, if you don't have the squanch to hit the button, right, charity comes from the heart. So my technique is I take 30 minutes out of at least a week to text somebody with ears only, right? So I'll text someone, how are you doing, or whatever, and then they can download on me, and that's 988ing, right? You're saving a life, you're helping someone vent, and maybe you can do something. So there's a free technique. Otherwise, yeah. I think that's it. So 988. Sorry.
Fantastic. I think when we came in, my mic wasn't working, but it is now. I'm getting like little bouncing needles, so good for me. Anyways, we're back for another session of our Castles and Crusades. I think at this point we've played enough sessions to call it a campaign, and you know, we're just recovering from a trip into the Bloodhorn Bog, and we're gonna see how all of that goes. We do have a giveaway tonight for more $10 gift cards, which you can use at the Trollord Games store for their PDF purchases. So if you want to go and get a PDF, $10 can almost buy you a module or two, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so there's that there, and I think you just type in what Coco did there, exclamation ticket space 1, or exclamation enter might also work. You can try that. But yeah, do that. We get these tickets to give away. I like to always be able to brag to the Troll Lord people, you know, that we gave our tickets away, and people are really excited. So there you go. Okay, shall we jump into this?
Please.
Okay.
Right. Vagar.
So, the company last time escaped the Bloodhorn Bog. They do have a little bit of treasure now. There's a couple of rings that are suspiciously maybe magical. There's the gold ring with the blue gem. There's also a silver ring with 3 sort of lines or bands around the inside of the band. And there was a holy symbol of Istus. And then there is an orb, which the good brother Jakob believes is an artifact known as the Eye of Istus. But he's not sure. But what else could it be? You guys arrived back at Grendel, and even though sort of some of you had bad portents, specifically our little squire Jacques had bad dreams that Grendel was going to go to hell in a handbasket, essentially, and that he was going to die there. When you guys arrived back at Grendel, there was nothing wrong with Grendel. You stayed, I'm going to say you stayed a day or two with Grenna's family. And that time in Grendel with Grenna's family probably did a great deal for all of you. I'll let you tell me what it did for you. But Jacques is sort of back to where he was. He doesn't hear Istus anymore. There was some suspicions that maybe he wasn't hearing Istus, that it was maybe something else. But whatever voice he was hearing before, he's not hearing that anymore. And, he's woken up with better spirits, and he's not so sort of dark and gloomy or foreboding, telling you all, like, sort of when bad things are going to happen to you. That being said, Brother Jakob is incredibly concerned about the orb that you pulled out of there and the discovery of the expanded upon prophecy. The prophecy that you guys had learned was still a part of that new prophecy that you found, but there was far more to it. So Brother Jakob has been very sort of introspective, looking inward and trying to figure out what this all means. You did not find... There's a number of... originally, you went and thought you might find members of Brother Graydon's party. There was Stephen, was the name of the knight from the Eglantine... Am I saying it right? Eglantian? It's not Eglantian. Eglantine. I'm going to get it. But like by the end, you'll be 20th level and I'll finally get it. So the Eglantine order. So Stephen is still missing. His body was never found. But some of the party was found in the swamps at one point or another. You traveled back 4 days, and we're going to start tonight in Darkwood Abbey and the village that resides there. Everyone is like well rested. Hit points have returned. Any ability damage you took, like strength or wisdom or any of those stat damages, those have been cleared. You're essentially at peak performance again, although maybe a little road weary when you reach Darkwood Abbey. All right. I'd just like to give everybody an opportunity to sort of give us an idea or a little bit of perspective into how your character has been acting. You've been on the road. It was a little more than a day back to Grendel, and then 4 days, maybe a 5th day if you're not really pushing it, up to Darkwood Abbey. So everybody's been on the road together. You've been making camps. There hasn't been anything suspicious. You have seen deserted encampments like you did before, that maybe the Cult of Istus is responsible for, but nothing too out of the ordinary. So does anyone want to give us sort of a little bit of an insight on how your character's been acting these last couple days, or maybe they haven't been acting different? Like, it doesn't have to be abnormal is what I'm saying, but just give us a peek at what it's like almost a week now after the bog as you arrive at Darkwood Abbey.
If nobody minds, I'll go first. Okay. So, Thora, she's very happy to be reunited with her old friend Brute. She has missed him a lot. And she is figuring out very quickly that this grazing of hers is a lot more difficult than she would have thought. She didn't expect it to be easy, but she didn't expect it to be this challenging. So she, after what she has just experienced, she has a lot on her mind, the vision that she doesn't know whether to truly believe in or to write off is always, in the back of her mind. She's getting, flashbacks from that vision here and there, and she's very worried about her tribe. So she's a little bit on the quiet side, but if, she's spoken to, or if she is, asked for advice, she will answer, but she normally a little bit chatty, but, a little bit on the silent side of things as we travel back.
Thank you. Anybody else want to throw their 2 copper in?
I'll throw my 2 copper in. Grenna has definitely had a lot on her mind. She's never really been a religious person other than understand what religion does to culture and society, just more being an observer of it than a participant. So being kind of enraptured in this Istis business is very it's hitting in a weird spot between that is there something really there, or is this all just, something that can be explained away? That is this real life reality bending sort of situation? So I think they're a little bit more quiet too. She's definitely been a little bit more quiet, a little bit more introspective, but very still part of the group, still very much like gung-ho, let's do this, we can do it, we're traveling great, very much still on that wavelength. But in down times, you would see her have a face of perplexion.
Silas
has been primarily taking care of his eye for the most part, learning to kind of adjust with it now. Thanks, Prick. But primarily just learning to kind of understand things. But it hasn't slowed down his writing. It hasn't slowed down his ability to take his books out and kind of study. I think he's shown great interest into the tree that's in the center of the area, and probably just studying things and learning as much as he could about it, its history, its origins. I think he's probably milking his eye being gone as well, knowing Silas. Oh, my eye hurts, and, maybe gets an extra piece of pie that night or something. But he does have a sweet tooth. But ideally that, and I think he's still very cautious of Jacques, especially in the last day, and more cautious even now that he doesn't hear the voices anymore. And I would say if Silas still had his eye, he'd be keeping his other eye on Vhagar, still very haunted by that. Well, not haunted, but at least curious by the vision he saw of Vhagar leading, death and destruction wherever he goes. Like right now, like my left eye. All right, I'm done.
Great singer, by the way. Rest in peace. Anyways, I'm done. Don't go chasing waterfalls. All right, sorry. We're staying serious. We're back in this. Anyways, I think Vhagar would, on the inside, is deeply troubled by some of the things he's seen. But doing the paladin thing, he's staying very upbeat and positive. As a matter of fact, probably overly mothering and helicoptering Silas, as clearly Silas is going through it with the gods, being a paladin. He's not mentioning any of those things, but he's tending to his eye. If he's asking for sweets, Vhagar's learning how to make pies. So to make that happen. And overall, being very stoic. So positive here, but very stoic with Jacques. Because he's not exactly happy with his behavior, going down the path of The nice, but that's on the inside. We'll get to that during RP, but there's a lot of folks going to Jacques and tending to him when he's not tending to himself as a knight, which is part of being a knight. And some of the stoicism that's being passed to Vhagar is very standard procedures every day. Get everything ready, and I'm being more harsh about things not being sharpened and things like that to get him back on track, to get him focused. Over to you guys. Sorry, enough. Amazing.
Okay. So the trail has maybe been a little quieter than it was on the way down to the bogs, on the way down to Grendel. When you arrive back at Darkwood Abbey, it's almost dinner time. The sun is starting to set, but you've still got a few hours of daylight. And the old abbey with its gray stone walls sits, pressed up against the forest known as Sila Thalor. That's what the elves call it. Everyone else calls it the Great Wood. And you can see that in the village at the base of the abbey, which is called Thornton, for all intents and purposes, looks to be prepping for some kind of a festival. There are a lot of flowers out on display, and there are, maybe a few. You can see people building like night lanterns to fly, and there is streamers and ribbons up, and the town looks pretty jovial. And a real difference from coming out of the lowlands to the south, now, to the top of the kingdom, essentially. And there's there's a sense of celebration here. There's a sense of, sort of happiness and all things well. It's not long before, as you ride into town, a few people, recognize you and wave. And, you soon approach Gran's Inn there in the center of town. And Gran is out getting decorations put up on the building and everything. When she sees the group of you approaching on your horses, she's a full body wave, her little halfling body in full body wave, and gets down off of her stepladder and comes running over before the horses. You're back! It was a while. We were all starting to worry.
I told you we'd be back.
I know you did. But
I never lie.
I'm a warrior. She says, we received news a day ago that a Varen's ship from Tylus has reached Kingsport. And the sooner you can get this old man, and she points to Brother Jakob, to the city, I assume the sooner the king will be wed. We intend to celebrate his nuptials with a bit of partying tonight, and she motions around.
Well, then I guess it's good that we showed up when we did.
Absolutely. Take the horses to the stable, and, well, of course, some don't belong there. She motions, to Grenna's horse, and I think Silas is borrowing a horse from the order. They can go certainly up to the military stables, but she says, make yourself comfortable. Get out all that old filthy armor. You still kind of smell like the bog.
I'd like to take a bath if possible, if we're going to be celebrating and somebody's getting married. Oh god, this is quite the thing to come back to.
Of course, we haven't had a wedding like this in the kingdom in, well, it's been decades.
Grenna's taking stock of the party's response to all this jovialness after spending days on the road being almost essentially silent to one another. Is everybody else as off-put as she is in this moment? She feels so
I'll speak for the
weird.
NPCs. I'll speak for the NPCs first. Brother Jakob is just not having it. He has a stern look on his face, and the worry that he's had since Grendel has not gone everywhere. However, Jacques is grinning, like a grin that you haven't seen for quite a while. Quite a while. Like he's seeing people walk past, and they're carrying baskets of like fresh bread and flowers for the celebrations this evening, and he's kind of got a smile on his face.
Okay. How's everybody else's reactions to all of this overwhelmingness?
Thora's like trying. Thora's trying to put on, like a facade, a happy face. But you can tell, like, the smile just doesn't reach her eyes. Her eyes are just blank, but her smile it looks like she's excited and happy.
Silas is eyeing. Silas is waiting to see Vhagar's reaction, I think, a bit, just to see what he feels towards it, because he's aware of the one vision that they saw in regards to the king. So, in regards to
Are you saying that to me, or are you just?
Oh, I'm keeping that
No.
to. I'm waiting to
meta.
see. Yeah, Vhagar's reaction is kind of dependent. The excitement.
Are
or
you
the
like
worry.
staring at him? Are you like okay?
Oh, hang
Okay.
on. Let me repeat.
Bombastic side eye.
Can I perceive this?
A really
Is that what-
aggressive side eye.
Yeah. I think.
But yeah.
I think before my duty calls to bring Jakob to the king to be married, and if we have time, I'd like to take us to a nearby pub, break some bread, and just sit down for a minute. I mean, as the team, because we're in relative civilization and security right? Like, we can take a breath. I would, if anybody's interested or whatever, want to get lunch. You know what I mean? Like, tie it off. And
I think after kind of taking stock of the party and what everybody might need, I think she kind of bends down to meet Gran at a more equal level and just says, Gran, we're gonna take him up there, don't worry. How much time do you think we have?
As much as you need.
Right, can you give us an hour? We just want to break bread. It's been a long trip.
No, of course. Of course. Shall I get you something? You are gonna.
Oh, no. We'll be fine. Let us take care of it, okay? Everybody's getting ready for the festivities. We can take care of ourselves. But thank you.
Okay.
I'll whisper in her
She
ears.
nods. She's trying not to be insulted that you turned down a meal from her. And she walks over and she'll put a hand onto Silas's boot because he's up on a horse.
Apologies.
Something hurt you.
Well, what gave it away?
You let Gran. You let Gran think on that.
I apologize. I'm not really happy with this, but not like they're growing eyeballs in trees. Are they growing eyeballs in trees?
She smiles. Okay then. You go and find something that's suitable for food. I'll see you all tonight.
Can I whisper in her ear as they kind of storm off? And do I have any idea of his favorite pie? Like, do I know right now? Have I gathered which pie?
What's the one that Gran has been making a little bit? If we could put it anything like that, CK?
Yeah, can we canonize whatever this is?
Sure. I don't know that we named the pie before, did we? She's just
Rhubarb.
known for making pies.
Rhubarb.
Yeah,
I'll ask her.
maybe apple. She
Boysenberry
does
pie.
have. I know she has apple trees here, so we could do apple rhubarb. Do you want to say that's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Whisper
do that.
in her ear as she passes. I'll be like, and just
She slaps your like
Silas.
she slaps your like knee guard as you go by so that you know that she's heard you.
Yeah. And I'll stay with him, like close enough for when his hand brushes, it brushes mine. Like he just is gonna, whether he likes it or not, he knows that I know. You know what I mean? That I'm there, regardless of whatever. Like,
Okay.
he knows.
Funny.
So
You
do
can
we
fuss all you want.
do we move up
No.
to the abbey itself then?
Well, Thor wanted to say something to Gran.
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
sorry, Thor. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay.
I like that you're each kind of having a moment with her as your horse rides by and she's patting and touching and yeah.
Well, Thora hops off a brute, and she'll also lean down and grasp one of Gran's hands in both of hers, and she will tell her, "You, being the first person we see and greeting us back, is more than we needed." I feel like it has healed me, especially, even just a little bit. So thank you.
Yeah, you can tell that to borrow an old SNL line, she becomes verklempt. She is she like sort of covers her mouth, and you can tell that she's very touched by that. She's very touched by your words. She's like, go on, before I make a blubbering fool of myself. So
Make me spits.
So the party rides up out of Thornton and sort of up to the abbey. Brother Jakob, as you get to the abbey and through the gates, and there's a bit of nodding and saluting, and people are excited to see you back, but they don't crowd you. Brother Jakob says, "I know you wish to return for the wedding, Vagar, but the libraries here at the abbey are quite extensive and different to those that we will find in Kingsgate. I need time to look at some old sources and see if there's not information on what we found." And he's motioning to the orb.
Do I have does time permit?
I'm
And
sure
I'll bring him aside.
I'm sure Our
and I'll
Majesty
put-
will allow.
Yeah, just a light knife hand into his arm. Like, we've been through a lot. Placated the journey. I have a prime directive to His Majesty. We all have a prime directive to His Majesty. So take your time, realizing we have to get going.
He nods, and he says to you, "The information that we have is very crucial to Our Majesty as well. The kingdom's fate could be somewhat, I don't want to over-dramatize it, but it could be, the kingdom could be in danger. And
I want to lean in and just be like, and I've had visions as well that are very close to his body. So hurry up.
Okay then. Unless someone is going to stop him, Brother Jakob would like to take the orb into the abbey.
I don't like how you said that. I don't like how
Well,
you
because
I
I'm
don't
not
like
sure
how
who
you-
in the party has it. I know Silas maybe had it, or Thor maybe has the orb, but he wants to. He says that there is a vault that it can be held in the abbey, and he intends to consult some old writings about it. He would even offer to Silas, "You're welcome to join me in this task. It'll be dry, tedious work, but
It matters not to me. I'm curious about the object itself and why it reacts, the way it reacts.
very well."
I mean, I'm sure you saw it, correct? And how it, for some reason, gives off an essence towards some and nothing towards others.
We will need to look at it closer. We need to find out what exactly it is and if it is the Eye of Istis or something else.
Then I shall join you.
So with that, he'll take that and head inside, and everyone is welcome to sort of. We're going to do breaking bread here. Are we going to? So there's a place at the Abbey where I'm sure everyone could sit down and eat.
Yeah, there's got to be where the. So I wanted to get a hold of Grenna at some point in time when he departs Silas and just be like, and Thora as well, just kind of like by the elbow, just I know that I'm not an Eglantine knight. I suffer from a bit of missing a tribe sometimes and gaining camaraderie. Is there any chance that there's some sort of pub in your abbey where you guys go? Is there a place where we can put our elbows on some wood?
Hey, I'll take you there.
Yeah, I'm sure Grenna knows of a mess hall or something.
Yeah.
Where's the
Just
spot?
the communal mess hall. There's mead, there's wine, there's food, there's bread, cheese.
And I'm going to even say it's a little quieter than usual, as most of the order are probably down in the village or, out and about doing whatever their tasks are. So you have the room. Is Jacques and Brother Jakob there with you, or is it just the four of you?
Just the four of us.
Okay. Jacques is stabling horses then.
That's thing, but Jacques getting back to his duties and he's staying on task.
Yep, sounds good.
There's a day when he gets to become a knight.
Cool.
But then he becomes a knight.
So the four of you sit at a table. Some food and wine are brought over, and you're left alone.
It's good to be back.
It is good to rest our weary bones.
I'll drop.
How good it feels just to sit down.
Not on a horse.
Yes.
I think I'm still moving. If my body feels like I'm still moving.
Do that in water for as long as we did. It'll always feel like that.
My socks are still soaked.
So how are we all feeling?
Not great.
Nope.
I don't know what to make out of what we just went through.
Neither do I, to be quite fair. Keeps replaying in my head over and over, but I don't. It makes sense and it doesn't make sense. It's real and it's not real. Do you really think something else is going on here?
I believe so.
What do we do about it?
I don't know what we can do. And the veneer drops. The chipper up, I want to talk about trust. The way we have been together. Nothing that I have seen, that you have done, or acted upon, breaks my trust. My loyalty to all of you, from what I have seen and what we've been through, makes me loyal to a fault. And I'm loyal to my king. He was my king and my friend. What's growing inside me with you guys is giving me confidence for my oath to my king. You've had visions of me doing things that you would assume I wouldn't do. But I can only say, in the depths of my heart, if I scaled the ramparts of this place, it's only because you are 10 feet in front of me. Whatever is conflicting us in our minds, or the visions that we were shown, could either be trying to break us apart because we're so powerful together, or true, but we're still together in my mind. Whatever steered us in that direction, trust is the thing that I'm focused on.
If there's nothing else that I can believe about the visions that I've seen and your visions, I believe that trust in this group is very heavy, that we can definitely believe in. I would have to agree with you. I can't decide whether to believe my vision, because I know my tribe is so strong. Every person there has, been in some kind of scuffle, big or small. But also knowing after what we've seen and what we've learned, even the mighty will fall at some point. And I think that's what is really causing me to want to not completely doubt what I've seen.
Would it make you feel better, Thor, if we maybe tried to send a raven to your tribe?
That would make me very.
We're gonna be here all
very at
night,
ease.
especially if they're having the festival down there. I guarantee we're not gonna be able to leave once it starts because it's gonna be so busy. But the raven will get there and back in maybe a handful of hours. Here by the early morning. Might be putting your mind at rest at least for a little while.
That would set me at ease, because there was almost nothing besides you guys holding me back from taking off with Brute and going after my tribe, going to go see my tribe myself.
Yeah, I got the feeling like halfway through that you might have just. I was worried one of the nights we'd wake up and you weren't there. So I'm glad you're stuck with us, but I don't want you to fight needing to know. So here, and she'll just kind of get up from the table real quick and run over to like. I guarantee just like an area that has like random shit, and she's just like searching through for like a quill and some ink and parchment paper, and just kind of brings it back and just says, "Take your time, whenever you're ready. Just roll it up, and I'll go take it to the ravens."
I'll write out my note to the chief, and asking if everything's okay, if they've seen anything suspicious, if they've heard any hearings from passerbys or passing throughs, and to just write me back if there is an issue. And I'll roll it up and I'll hand it to I'll hand it back to you. And after you take it, I will give you like the biggest bear hug. And I will say thank you so much.
Of course, just don't squeeze me too hard. I'm very sore.
As she's
Sorry.
hugging Dana, I'm staring right at Silas, like I'm waiting for him to nod. Yes, I can, but then I'll just like no, soon though.
Yeah, I'll kind of just tuck it into like the pocket of my shirt for now until I have a moment to kind of excuse myself and go over to the tower, I assume, where these ravens are. I don't even know if that's how we communicate, but
no,
whatever it is.
I like that. I would say though that likely the closest city in the south is Kelton. So I'm sure that like some sort of bird message can reach Kelton, but the tribes of the Gale barbarians in Galengard, it would be impossible to know where necessarily Thora's tribe is at this moment, but message could certainly be sent to Kelton, and the Gales trade with the city of Kelton regularly, so there might be word there.
Yeah, I think like just to kind of flash forward to that moment, like she goes up and gives the missive to the keeper of the ravens and just basically says that we need to get this to the her tribe. Do your best. I know that it might not be possible in the most fast, but do what you can sort of situation.
Certainly.
That's the best you can do in the time that you have.
Yeah.
As soon as this wedding is complete, I'll speak to the king. We did what that is the nearest threat. We saw that Grendel was not on fire. Hey, Your Majesty, another vision that we had, and he was a friend of mine. Your Majesty, we should probably go check the south. Unless we get.
You don't think the king
else.
would be put off by us saying that we had a bunch of terrible visions?
No,
How close are you to the king?
He values intelligence. He values the things geopolitically occurring across his neighboring lands. And if he doesn't, then I'm in the wrong job. I'll just smile to her like, but he does.
And if he wants anybody in debt to him, it would be my tribe.
would be, and I just said, wouldn't that be grand? Your horsemen, the fleur-de-lis, the spellcraft, and the Eglantine Guard, or the Eglantine Knights. Well, I don't want a war like that, but if there was one, count me.
How close are you to the king, Vhagar?
Extraordinarily close. He's given me nothing to not trust him. And I'll lean into the three of us, as I don't want all of our heads to come together. But that doesn't mean that I don't know what justice and right is.
So you
Know
would
what your vision
disobey.
saw.
So you would disobey your king if given a direct order.
I'm not at leisure to say, or leave to be able to say such things. And I know that I'd hope you respect the fact that I would never say such things. I think you know my heart.
I know your heart, but nonetheless, I know also your oath. If your king ordered the sacking of a city, what would you do?
I assume there's some very great wrong in that city. And once again, I think you know my heart.
So you would obey such an order?
Yes, absolutely. But I think you know that I'm smarter than to follow something unlawful. I do have conscience. I do respect where his mind is. He would take my counsel. If there was something unholy, vile involved in it, and of course, I would grow and learn and just look at him and I'd be like, we'd have to see. That's as far as I'm going to go with this. I understand what you're trying to ask. If you can't see through it.
It's nothing but a question, Vhagar. That's all it was.
I think you know the answer, Silas.
I would hope.
And you'd be right beside me. And if you weren't, I'd find myself on duty on some weird island far off.
Interesting point there. Lady Averin, what do you know of her? Anything interesting?
Lady Averin?
Yes, his betrothed.
So I think, and this is Tim, I know that she's from across the bay or whatever. She's high comeliness, but I don't think I've ever met her. And it's a betrothal.
Yeah, we can roll out the map here a bit. So the kingdom of Krullian sort of ends at Riverwatch, and it has a fair amount of domain over Ravenport, though, which is south of Riverwatch. But the holy city of Tylus is a total, like it would be a city state. It is its own entity.
Personality.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's an enemy of the kingdom. It just doesn't go by the king's rule. And Averin is just known to be a noble of that city. That her family, that city is ruled by a council. It's not ruled by a king or a queen. And Averin's family is, if not on the council, you know she's of high enough standing that her family has done very well for themselves.
Did they court, and was I involved in the security while they were courting?
No, you weren't aware. You weren't aware of anything like that going on.
Okay.
In fact, when he told you that he had fallen in love and was going to get married, that came as a surprise, but not.
Okay.
I don't want to mislead you. So, like, you don't think that there's anything underhanded in that regard, but
I was surprised he fell in love without meeting her. Or did they meet?
They did not meet. To your knowledge, they only exchanged correspondence. Yes.
And he fell in love via Tinder copy. All right. All right.
Hey, dude, it happens. It happens.
Tender.
We'll go back
Please
in.
make sure everyone to use your shields and your protection from disposition quite well.
And I'm just gonna look over. I'm gonna look over. Like
I don't feel good about that. Don't give me
Yeah.
credit.
I don't want to be compromised by my faith and oath. But what I do owe you as a friend, Silas, is trust. I was surprised by the missives that went back and forth. Having known him and him being physically attracted with someone or falling in lust here and there, for him to fall in love from these missives. That's the only thing that I can say. And in the vision that I had, they embraced and she looked right at me. These visions were disproven by Grendel. So I have to give some benefit of the doubt to someone I don't know. But if we could, can we, as my extended consciousness, and I talk to all of you, please guide my judgment for my king, our king. You guys, I mean,
My
maybe,
only
maybe you didn't vote for him, but you know what I mean? Like,
do we vote for? Yeah, never mind. Not gonna go on that route.
I don't have.
That
But,
was
so
the
the Takar family is in its third. Like this, the current king is Rayan Takar III, and the Takar family was at the founding of the kingdom. Takar the First was at the founding of the kingdom, and then Takar the Second, of course, and now we're on to Takar the Third. Takar the Second died during the plague. He caught the fire fever. So yeah.
My only concern is we recently learned that the bog that we were so graciously led to had a temple older to that of Istis within inside of it, as we all saw. But there was one other place close to the holy city of Tylus that has a temple to Istis. Am I correct on that, by the way?
The Isle of the Unwanted.
Yeah, I've been doing my research, guys.
And I would go even further. I would go even further to tell you that the temple at the Isle of the Unwanted is probably the most ancient structure in the north. Like, it is old.
Yep. Well, is it on the way to Zoraland or the Thoraland?
No, Thoraland is southeast, and the Isle of the Unwanted is southwest.
Silas, your logic stacks.
You see the connection I am making, correct?
Yeah, but can you trust me as the man? Let me carry out my duties.
Carry your duties, but have your eyes in the back of your head.
You
as well.
are the eye in the back of my head. And I
Not funny.
grab a tankard.
I don't like the joke, but I'll reluctantly grab it and just,
Question. This is not Thora. This is me because I cannot remember. When we had our visions, did you say that when we had them, they were happening at that point in time? Or is this at some unknown point in time?
There was no reference on time on any of the visions.
You know what I
Okay.
find really funny is the fact that I'm the only one here who didn't have one.
I didn't have one until I grabbed an orb. So here we
That's
are.
what I'm saying. I haven't touched the orb. I don't want one.
Are we
Ooh, that's
secluded
actually
in this
brilliant.
place? Are we somewhat secluded in this place?
We are the only
Yeah.
people in this
Oh,
mess
God,
hall
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, if we're not, like, ooh, I'll
No,
check.
no. Maybe there's
Yeah,
occasionally a servant that walks down the hallway, but like
Yeah, we get quiet.
Yeah,
We get
exactly.
quiet during that moment.
I'm gonna assume that I haven't given the orb yet to Istis. I mean, to Brother Jakob.
Oh, sure.
That you'll meet him there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you still have it?
He's got.
I still have it.
Then he would have told you that he's going to prep the vault for it and to pull the books from the stacks and things like that.
Cool.
Because I know we got a little wishy-washy on time, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
You're a learned man. You're a learned man. And you know what a control is in an experiment. And I point at Grenna.
Are you talking about the sciences? I don't want to be
I don't
experimented on.
But if... Do we not want the purity of someone who's not vision?
I mean, I'm not touching the orb, even if you want me to.
Okay, fantastic. Praise.
I would not want her to go through what we have.
No, I mean, it's not even just that. I just have no interest in it. I don't like mind tricks. So no offense, Silas, your magic does kind of scare me. Arcane things I just don't understand.
There's a lot. I understand.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's interesting.
I understand. Granny, you have nothing to apologize for. It is understood. Magic is new and magic is strange, and
throw shade at me.
I will take the orb out and kind of stick it on the table. Obviously, when I take it out, does it still react to me when I take it out?
Yeah, there's fluctuations in light and things like that. Yeah.
Thora is immediately, she was like hunched on, like both arms on the table, immediately sitting back. She doesn't want to get anywhere near it.
I will kind of keep it close, tucked in, near me, because I don't want anyone else seeing it. In truth,
as you do that, as you pull the orb out and touch it and sort of have a look at it and keep it close so that nobody's noticing, Silas can hear like voices, like distant voices.
Such a good DM.
As he looks for the soundtrack to play in the background.
No,
I'm just checking your languages. You do not understand the language being spoken. It is harsh and guttural, though.
That's the
I
abyss.
don't understand the language.
Do you think maybe you should touch that thing with gloves?
At this point, I've touched it once. Does it truly matter?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
No one can hear what Silas is hearing except for him.
No, but I imagine he's just like kind of like in a moment pondering, and we're seeing him touch it with hands. And I know that people have had visions after touching it with hands, so I'm just like,
he might even glance about the room, like to see if the voices are coming from people inside the abbey. Like I'll let Silas
coming
decide.
from inside the house.
It's inside the house. Oh my god.
Silas, are you okay? You look like you're not here with us.
I'm here. I just noises is all.
Noises. Would you care to elaborate?
Truthfully, Thora, no.
Like
I'm fine. I'm still up.
Dragging across the floor. Books falling?
I'm still within my own faculties.
Maybe hold the orb with a cloth or something so it's not directly in your hands.
He's got no problem with it, then maybe he's more powerful than we give him credit for.
Since you said I could do it before, Castle Keeper, I think I know the spell I would like to take. Can I cast Can I cast comprehension? I will kind of take up my book.
Oh yeah, comprehend languages.
Mark off, yeah. Just to be sure.
Forget this is a fantasy game.
I I kind of played that really well. I
So
was
you cast that, and I don't think it allows you to speak the language, but you can understand the language.
Yeah. Once cast, the spell enables a wizard to read or understand a single language unfamiliar to them. They understand the words, but not the nuance of emotion, cues, or body language. It does not allow the wizard to speak the language or write the language.
Yeah.
It reveals magical. Yeah. Yep.
So you hear
I like the way that's described.
the distant words, Thram Ash Ulz Elv Krog, which loosely translates in your ear to into the forest and watch for the elves.
Guys, can I just take a moment? You know what I mean? Like, boom. Jeremy.
I have,
That was
I have
like
notes.
it.
I have
Oh,
notes.
That was cool.
Maybe not like pages, but he had notes.
yeah, they might not be. Like, don't ask me for more of that, but like, yeah.
You kind of see Silas do like with one hand gesture, holding the orb on top of his hand. His other hand, like you just see him like kind of wave his hand, like concentrating, and he can just like here. And I will tell them what I heard. Yeah. Once the spell ends, the wizard is left only with a vague.
How long does it last for? What's the duration?
Spell.
Don't read that part.
This spell is unaffected by spell resistance. Oh my god.
I'm pulling up here as well.
Yeah. Sorry.
Again,
I'm looking at the wrong side of things. I don't.
No, that's okay. It's comprehend languages. Is that correct?
10 minutes. 10 minutes per caster level.
Oh, so in your second, so 20 minutes. So you continue.
I casted it at a first level spot.
No, your second level that modifies the first level spell in this system. So a ninth level wizard casting that spell would have a much longer duration than a lower level wizard casting it.
The spells with the duration of 10 minutes per caster level. So I'm 2. Yeah. I understand.
So
Nice.
you hear echoing voices calling back, and they echo that watch for elves, and you hear it's no shortage of voices, and then you start to hear like the distant sounds of drums.
Where's this forest of elves?
I don't.
So the forest that you're sitting beside is called Silathalor, and it is a wood elf forest. Humans don't go very deep into it because the elves are sort of xenophobic now at this point, and they kill on sight.
Wait.
Yeah, I give them that whole down low from being from the Abbey. I just parrot that back.
Whoa, I had a vision about the elves holding. Time out.
Wait, you had wait.
Yeah,
I
what?
thought you had a different vision.
didn't
Was
tell
your
me
vision
this.
with the elves?
Jeremy gave me one. No, I mean not Jeremy. The Lord. Anyways, I had one. Wait a minute. I don't have this completely down, but he passed me some nonsense at some point in time that was like the elf, like watch for the elves from the forest. Like this is corroborated.
Well, I think when you left to come to Darkwood Abbey, they said like stay on the road, don't stray into the wood, because the elves are incredibly territorial. However, Silas, you don't think that it's certainly not elvish that you're hearing. Like you've heard elven language described as being like poetry. Like it doesn't sound anything like poetry.
I couldn't. No, probably not. No, I don't think he would know enough. No, not living in the city.
Well, I mean, if we're... Do you really think we should be listening to the orb?
I'm not listening to the orb. I'm just seeing what the orb was about. And
No, but that's what I'm saying. If it's given directions, do you really think that they're to be listened to?
I am not saying we should take this orb and walk ourselves into the forest to the north. I do believe probably not the best of ideas.
I would say not at all.
As
it
the
seems to want to go.
as the spell continues, Silas, and you continue touching the orb, you start to hear the sounds of battle on a large scale.
If I close my eyes, can I see anything?
Are you going to focus on the orb, or are you just closing your eyes?
One
Closing your eye. Closing your eye to...
oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Let me close my eye.
So
Let me keep my other eye open.
you close your eye and sort of focus in on the orb like you might be like the same way you focus in on words when casting spells and things like that. And you're standing in a great forest, and an army of orcs are building siege equipment, and you can hear the sounds of battle nearby. And through the trees, you can make out the walls of Darkwood Abbey.
Can I see how... Does it look older? Or does it look different?
No.
No?
No.
Man, you are so good at D&D.
But it's dark.
This is
It's dark. It's like the sun is not up. You know for a fact that orcs don't like the sun. They couldn't possibly stand in, like, they would fight at a great disadvantage in sunlight.
Can I walk around a bit?
Yeah, you move about. There's hundreds of orcs building like battering rams and ladders, and you can see through as you move about a bit more. You can make out the walls of the abbey better, and they are like there are ladders being pushed against it, and catapult stones being thrown from the woods, and the men and women of Darkwood Abbey are fighting on the walls.
Does this vision look familiar to me?
No.
Like I've seen it before?
No.
No? Okay.
So the other vision was of Wyvernmoor.
Wyvernmoor, my bad.
It's sort of a hilly, mountain fortress, and there were not orcs there. There were men, and there were like demons in the sky.
Think I will walk up to some of the siege equipment, kind of near some of the orcs. Can I overhear? Can my comprehension spell?
Yeah, it would still be running. Yeah.
Can I listen for any of it?
So they are getting beaten like unmercifully as the sort of the bosses drive them to build, faster, to work harder.
Where there's a way. Whoosh,
yeah.
Where there's a way. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly appropriate.
Come on, you haven't seen that? All right, I'm sorry.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was such a good cartoon. Did you just change the music on this?
You can see as you look around as they're building this stuff. This is no small force. There's thousands of orcs in the woods.
Are you spilling the tea while you're looking at this stuff, or no?
I think I'm in a trance right now. More than likely, you guys just saw Silas's one eye roll back into his head.
He is concentrating.
I think his eye is whispering.
I will continue going through it. Is there like a central point here anywhere? Is there like...
I don't like the music, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm probably about to get murdered, but this is way too intriguing not to do.
I think you're about to touch the elephant, as they say in the business.
So as you walk through the encampment more, finally something other than an orc catches your eye, and you can see a woman in sort of coppery, shimmering robes. She's beautiful. She has sort of dark brown hair, and she's holding a spindle, and there's like a group of orcs between you and her. there's not really a straight line, and she's just looking at you.
Like eye to eye.
Yeah.
Oh my guys. Well, it's been nice being this character for a little bit.
Maybe about 25 yards away from you.
That's it. I think we're in too deep. I think again his curiosity is also his downfall. I think I'm gonna walk towards him.
So when you make that decision to take the one step towards the woman, the orcs aren't there anymore, and you're not in the forest. You're in a glade, and it's just her and you.
Hello.
She smiles.
I'll say out loud.
She smiles at you.
Okay, so she can't see me. All right, cool. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to finish my notes here in a second. I presume you can see me and hear.
She nods.
Is she holding the spindle?
Yeah. With both hands. Sort of cupped hands around it.
The excuse me, iconography on her shimmering armor. Is there anything?
It's not armor.
Is
It's
there
just
anything
sort
else?
of a coppery, shimmering dress.
Dress. Okay. May I ask where we are?
Where do you think we are?
I would assume a glade of some sort.
Think harder. You're in a room with your
Well,
friends.
I know where my body was. Correct.
It's still there.
Can I make an assumption on something, and can you confirm it for me?
She smiles.
Have I seen a possible future?
I think you know that.
Aye. Someone recently told me that different crises have been avoided based on decisions seen by a goddess. And I'll stare right at her when I say that word.
Not averted. There's many
Altered.
There's many threads to follow.
Are you her?
Do you want me to answer that?
Not really.
I didn't think so. You don't believe in that sort of thing, right?
It's never about the belief. It's about the dictation of fate. That is my problem with it. And I think you know that. What would you have me do?
What would you have me do? You hold my eye.
Did you give a prophecy?
We did.
One recent. Aye.
We have given prophecies since men and women, since elf and dwarf walked the earth.
May I ask why?
To inspire, to warn, to guide, to give the unmotivated motivation. We have no prize in this game.
So you wish to avert, and yet at the same time your prophecies have caused more harm. Occasionally. Or was it that you were trying to avoid something greater?
The prophecy that you read is balanced. It's not averting or heralding anything.
Which prophecy I read? Because now I've read two.
No, you didn't, Silas. You read one. And the other one was told to you.
So the one was true. And the other, the one we originally heard, seems to have been the false one.
It has pieces of truth to it.
Manipulated by those in power.
Those who want to seek their version of the end. Please know that we don't create the prophecy. We relay it. We don't set the terms. We don't make the choices. We merely draw the thread and all the possibilities that it can end with.
I imagine those can be just as endless as the sea then.
But many are positive. I am the protagonist. I am the youth, the spring. You're fortunate that you didn't find my grandmother's eye.
I had a feeling that's who I was speaking to, based on this glaive. This glade. Last question. Where? No. Something evil is coming. I imagine something evil is coming all the time. And I don't know if you can give me the answer or whether you choose to leave it as cryptic as you gods tend to leave your own writings. And I'm kind of grinning, kind of looking at her as well now. Where do we go next? Where do we make the change that is needed to avoid a crisis?
You know the answer to that, Silas, and I do not say that to be cryptic.
Back to king and country, then, I assume.
As one who does not believe in predetermined endings, I believe your answer would be to choose where to go next.
That would be my answer. But then again, I didn't think I'd be meeting a goddess today, neither, so here we are.
She turns and starts walking away from you in the glade, and she goes, "What's really going to play with your mind is that when you choose where to go,
Don't even bother.
you'll still find me there."
Yes. Yeah. It's been a pleasure.
The eye has many powers, Silas, and few have wielded it for long. Enjoy it while you have it.
Oh,
I'm,
not trying to be cryptic. I see.
I'm glad you have it, but others will come for it.
I presume such. I think I'll kind of force my own will to try and snap back. I don't know if I
Yeah,
can against a god.
as she's
Yeah.
walking to the other side of the glade, and you sort of try to push yourself out of it, you are successful in pushing yourself out of it, and
Yeah.
everyone's kind of looking at you.
Hi.
You all right? We've been waving our hands in front of you for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Where'd
Let's have
you
a
go?
conversation. Let's have a conversation, shall we?
You were this close from getting smacked.
I think you know what? Just go
Had
ahead.
to hold her hand back twice.
Thor this cheek. Actually, this cheek. I don't want the other eye to be in jeopardy.
Maybe after what you tell us.
I think I will set them down. I will probably be a little bit more jovial than I've been probably in the last day after everything. He seems to be a little bit lighthearted, almost. And Mo is definitely more curious about the orb now. But I think I will start breaking down everything that he saw. Going into details, breaking down the outside of Darkwood Abbey, telling them who and which of the three I met, and what a fun conversation that was.
So we can just assume
Well, you
that everything that everybody heard Silas and I going through, you're now made aware of that.
Yeah.
I think Grenna at some point comes and brings another flagon of like ale or whatever is available and just starts pouring it in the cups again. It's just like rubbing her forehead like, holy hell. All right.
Actually, do you have
Okay.
mead? I'm craving something sweet that it's not food.
Sure, hold on. And she'll just kind of rummage into a back corner and like take out probably one of like a small, I imagine that there's smaller barrels of mead.
Absolutely.
And brings the whole barrel to the table and pops it. Starts filling everybody with a flagon.
There you have it. Apparently, I think we're going back to the city.
How does
But I don't-
Vanguard look after hearing this?
Probably switching from jovial to stoic, only because things are becoming unglued, and I think he's focused primarily on keeping everyone together and staying on task. His task is to deliver this priest to the king. He saw something nefarious happening over the shoulder of the king, and he needs to get there. And despite everything that makes us all want to run out of the abbey, he's keeping it tight. This is Vagar's inside. He's keeping it tight because he's kind of worried about his friend / king. If that came over the mic. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all just
It was all silent.
We're just absorbing it for a second.
I think we're all just sitting here absorbing everything.
There's too much absorbed.
So are you going to give the orb to Brother Jacob?
That is an interesting question. Will I give it to him? I think I'm more curious about to see if he can lend me materials. I think I'm going to try and break down this orb into its further uses. But she did hint at two other things that I suspected. One, indeed, we will be followed for this orb. Others will come for it. And the second thing, I don't think I can wield this orb long without more than likely losing what little sense I may have remaining.
She didn't specify
Time?
who else would be coming after.
No, but
Anybody else who wants the power to do what he just did and potentially more from what it sounds like. Between you and Brother Jacob, there's a mighty lot that you need to figure out about what this is. And
By
maybe in
yourself.
finding out what it is, you'll figure out who might be after us for it.
Okay.
Hey?
I would like to get Brother Jacob to the king, and I trust you, Silas, more than I trust the priest. I know he saved us and healed us. But I think we know what we need to know from this order. Honestly, we know enough that we don't want this in anybody else's hands but ours.
I agree.
Or
I'm not saying the Abbey wouldn't be a good place to hold it, but
or we dropped it some. Whoops.
Well, to be completely honest, if we're going to be hunted for having the orb, then who is to say that somebody wouldn't burn down the abbey to get it? Even if it is locked in a vault.
The Abbey will be in danger. If someone picks it up from where we dropped it off, they'll be in danger without really knowing the dangers.
Are we the safest people
Attached to this
keep it
orb.
at this point, then? Are you the safest person, Silas?
apparently I'm fragile and bruise easy, so probably not, but here we are.
Is there something maybe we could carry it in that would obscure it so we don't have to touch it with our hands?
I'm sure given more time I could craft some sort of spell for it, but for now, I think it is as it lies.
So you said we have to go back to the city?
The hint that I received from her is that I already know the place that we need to go. More than likely, continue on the path laid in front.
So are we going into the wood?
Well, that's an option even I didn't think of, and I think he kind of motions over to his head.
Well, that was the first instruction that it gave us, and if she said you already know the answer.
I've been a fool. I've been a fool. I'm forcing this marriage by dragging the priest to the marriage.
Don't. Vagard, at this point, this is the cryptic nonsense I mentioned to her. We could turn left and run into a tree. We could turn right and see a dead horse, or we could go north and meet the elves of Thalora. It doesn't matter. Wherever we go, the path has already been dictated according to her, or the threads of fate have been pulled.
Then
God,
why
I
does
hate
it feel
God.
like we have no idea what's going on right now? I
We've been
don't like
told
these
we only
gods and
have.
their tricks.
Because we're not gods.
We've been told we have one direction, but we have many paths to take.
So
But
where do we all feel that best path is?
more than likely, all these paths converge, so it doesn't seem to matter. God,
And I
I
feel
feel
like
like
this-
this is like metagaming while gaming at the same time.
You know, it might be nice if we just really enjoy the festival, and then maybe tomorrow we figure out what feels good and what feels right, and we go in that direction. Because I think if we think about it too much, we're going to be thinking too much about thinking too much, and then it's thinking too much.
What do you think?
Yes,
Where
to
do you
everything
go?
you said. Yes.
You're the only
Yeah.
one who hasn't touched an orb.
No, and I'm
Where
not
we go?
going to.
What I'm
She
saying is, where will you go?
I don't want to go to the wood. But there's something telling me that if that was the first instruction that you heard, and she's trying to play mind games with you, it might just be as simple as listening to the directions that were given to you. Sometimes all the crypticness is really just so simple at the end of it. I don't want to go to the wood, but we might have to.
I think I'm with you, Grenna. I think, and I quote, "Into the forest and watch for the elves."
And if we don't go to the forest, with how meddlesome she has been as of late,
Not to.
she will interject her way in
She'll
and set us
force
on the
us.
right path.
She'll force us.
I won't. I don't want to throw further wrenches into this, but when you heard "into the forest and watch for the elves," having been around them now, you're pretty sure you were hearing the orcs saying that.
Hmm.
I'm not saying don't
I will-
read
You
it as
relate.
I'm not saying don't read it as an instruction, but it wasn't her voice saying that. It was the orcs crying out to one another, "Into the wood, watch for the elves."
That was the language that they were speaking. That okay. Yeah.
Do you relay that to us?
Yes. Immediately. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, then maybe not that option. I don't know. But then again, she said you know the answer. So I don't know. This I don't like the gods. I really don't.
So, so Silas, we are
Welcome to
dependent
my
on your next.
30 some odd years of existence.
We are dependent on your next decision on where we head to.
I think
She's
we follow
adamant that you know.
I think we follow Vagod's path. I think it is back to Kingsgate, in truth.
So what happens when we get to Kingsgate?
I think
Honestly, there's a lot when you inform the king. When you inform the king,
So we're going directly
he's-
to the king. We go from Kingsgate right to the gate and be like, "Hello, we have a lot of information for you."
don't tell them.
I'm
But
going
But that's
to
what I'm saying. We have
get
to have
the-
a plan once we get there.
I'm
Agree.
going to get the priest to the wedding. And we need to take a good look at the betrothed queen, her retinue, people around her,
So
cachet,
reconnaissance.
the vibe.
What did your king find that as a bit weird that you would be looking into his bride?
I'm no fool. He's taken. I'm not going to come between that. We're going to observe. If the observation becomes a stone, then we move on. If I have no talent, we go into the woods.
Well, she is adamant that Silas knows where we're supposed to go next. If he says that we need to go back to the city, then we go to the city.
I. And
I'm going to speak
if
with Brother
anything,
Yaakov, so
well,
I wish
if anything as well, I mean, we can definitely be close at hand because we'll have all of our, reputation at this point, so they wouldn't have a problem with us being too close, I don't think, Dora. At least I hope not. You got a knight and you have one of the Kingsgate guards, so I think we'd be able to pull some strings for both of you to be very comfortable while we're there. I don't think it's a bad plan, though it does make me uneasy.
It makes me uneasy that we're bringing the orb into the city.
Aye,
That's what makes me uneasy.
but I don't think it's safe here either. So
It's
I
not
don't
safe
think we have a
anywhere.
choice.
not
Exactly,
safe anywhere.
I don't think we have a choice.
So the safest hands are our own.
Aye.
We stay together with it.
I think, though, the best thing for us to do right now is learn. Again, she implied that the orb has other powers.
This
I'm
can
going
be
to speak.
used
I'm going to speak to Brother Jakob and see if he cannot get me materials. I need about 100 gold's worth of materials, but if I can have that, I could break things down in this orb. I only have about 60 myself, so
Do you think it can see out?
I think I'm limited by what powers she has with it. She blessed it with, that is. So I do not know exactly what it can do, but I think
I'm with Thor on this now. This could be used to look at the inside of the defenses of the city. This is too dangerous.
But the more we know about it, the better I feel about bringing it into the city.
we're all going to watch Jakob study. He doesn't study it, or at least not. And I'll look at and just not like. I trust who I feel like I've been destined to travel. I don't trust who I've been pointed at to find. I trust I found along the way. I'm starting to get the sense that these spindles and threads are just connections to Istis along the way. The only variable I see, you three.
Vhagar, I apologize. She showed me, I saw a vision when I first touched the orb, and it has made me doubt you for the last day or two. But
Silas, you'll continue to doubt me. That's how friendships are.
aye, my brother.
And then
Aye.
we'll become family.
Strong acquaintances. Myself and my family don't get along well, but let's call it that.
Let me redefine family.
I think
leave.
Silas at this point will kind of pick up a mead.
The mead
finish
is
it off.
very good. If like you might want to take one to go. It
Sugar and
Like a
alcohol.
honey apple mead
It
is what I
comes
imagine is
from,
going on right now.
It comes from Tesnal, and Tesnal's meaderies are sort of where it's at in the kingdom.
I can't wait. I'm going to the Ren Fair in like 3 weeks, guys. This is gonna be great.
Okay,
So jealous.
so Silas takes a mead to go and heads to the libraries of the abbey.
Takes his evening beer to go read his books.
How about the rest of us? Where
I'm not gonna walk. To be clear, I'm not gonna walk through the streets with the orb in one hand.
Yeah,
and
no,
like a flashlight. I start using
That'd
it
be
for.
crazy. Greta's going to excuse herself and take a bath. I don't know
Okay.
about anybody else. She's gonna go take a bath. She's gonna go do her laundry
All right.
for a hot minute and get you some fresh
Well,
clothes.
Greta, before you leave, who do I need to speak to once the Raven comes in?
Oh, that is going to be Grandmaster
Yeah, that guy.
Paiba.
The Grandmaster, okay.
Paiba. Don't know why. Grandmaster Paiba.
We'll just
you
call
can
him
go
the
find him in
we'll
the
just
high
call him
tower.
the Master of Ravens. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
Master Raven. You can go find the Master of Ravens up in the tall tower. Trust me, we only have one tall tower.
I hadn't even
but he's
considered
usually always up there.
carrier ravens, so this is good. We'll just borrow a little Game of Thrones there. That's all right. I like that.
Honestly, I was like thinking, I was like, come on, it's
I'm
so
here
cool.
for it. I'm here for it.
But yeah, you can go find him in the tower. He's usually hanging up there with the birds. He's a little bit peculiar. Just take it for what it is. Very nice gentleman.
Well, if all he really has to converse with his birds, I would assume so.
I'm glad you understand.
But thank you
Does
for
anybody need
pointing me in the right
anything else for
direction.
Yeah, I
So
need
so
anybody
Thor
else need
Thor is
direction
gonna
before I
Thor
leave?
is gonna take the message to the Master of Ravens to send it. Silas.
Oh
is,
yeah, so I
Silas
give it
is-
back. I give it back
Silas
at
is
this
going-
point.
Silas is going to the library. Grenna is going for a bath. Vhagar is going
He's gonna stay right where he's at.
right there in the mess hall. Just keep on.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep, and just drink in silence.
Let's start. Let's
I'll
start. Let's
pat him
start
on the
with.
back. When I leave.
We'll go around the table here then, but let's start with Vhagar. So as everyone departs and goes and does their things, Vhagar, you're there for.
Before
Yeah, go ahead.
Before Grenna leaves, she kind of gives you a very brief synopsis of where to find different things in the Abbey just in case you need it. So you have like the very briefest synopsis of whatever you might find along the way.
Washroom, All right, so maybe it's been a half an hour, Vhagar, but maybe it's been longer. Like the sun is no longer up outside. The windows of the abbey have grown dark, and a few novices have come around lighting the candelabras and things for the night to illuminate. And Jacques finally enters the room. Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. I finished my tasks.
Oh,
Are we going to go down into Thornton? There, it looks like there's a great party going on down there. And Gran, I mean, I think I can smell her pies from here.
see.
Sure. He sits down.
How do you still feel about being a knight?
How do I feel about what? You
Being a knight.
I want to be a knight.
Do you think someday you can be poised in chaos? You think
Look,
you can be pragmatic?
I don't know what happened in the bog, okay? And I did hear things, but I don't hear them anymore. Whatever was there. And
Shock.
it was a test, maybe, and I know I didn't pass, but I'm not giving up.
Appreciate you. Do you think that sometimes when you speak during the chaos, it adds more chaos?
I guess.
Are we learning how to be a knight?
Yes.
Timing? We
I
have a
don't
duty.
I don't mean any disrespect by this, but that wasn't me in the bog.
Okay. You're doing a fantastic job. And I will continue to commend you along your path of square. I understand that you said that was not you. And I will take you for your word. Continue to do your duties. I want you to, and I lean in. I start acting not like myself. I want you to treat me like myself. I want you to go to Silas.
I don't think Silas likes me anymore.
That's Silas's way. He has pain. You have pain. That I want you to pick up shield, mask as a knight. Thora has pain. Granita. We all have. Some display it in different ways. And we navigate around that. But as knights, our job is supportive. Be pillar they can rest upon. Post in the storm that they can grab. I hope you can trust them. If you break, if your constitution breaks, your wisdom breaks again in an environment like that, I can support you. You understand?
Yes.
Back to your duties.
Are we not going to go to Thornton?
You have leave to Thornton. I need you back here before the light.
Absolutely. I will be back before the dawn. And he like quickly gets up and departs. Thora, you reach the Master of Ravens, which is in a sort of short, squat tower at the edge of the Abbey's compound, and you find like a bent over, hunched man feeding birds. Cages all around and feathers, and but there is a large desk in sort of a like off before you walk out onto the tower itself, there is a small building atop the tower which has a desk and pen and parchment and things like that to write messages on. He's a little startled when he sees Thora's sort of large frame and horns come out of the stairwell, and you can tell he's certainly not accustomed to seeing people like yourself. Can I be of service?
Yes, I was told by Grenna to come here if I wanted to request service of a carrier raven to send a message.
To a city? Which city would you like to send to?
Could you remind me which city it was?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
CK.
Yeah, it's Kelton.
Kelton. Okay. I need it to go to Kelton. That's the closest spot that is the closest to my tribe. They do trading with them, and if anyone happens to come to do business, they can pass off my message to give to my chief.
You're a Gale.
I am. Have you never seen one of us before?
I have heard they fight like devils, but I did not expect such a literal. Well, regardless, yes, we can send a message to Kelton. And
I thank you.
He says, we can send a bird at first light. It may take time to get a response. That's over 200 miles to the south.
Before I give him my message, I'm going to unscroll it. May I have a quill and some ink, please?
He motions to the desk, and of course.
I'll write in there, please send the raven back to the city.
Okay. All right. So he takes your note, and he tells you at first light he'll send the bird, and he expects it will take a few days to get to Kelton, and then a few days back. But
that is.
He says he's sure they've sent dispatches to Kelton before, and he doesn't foresee a problem.
Well, I thank you for your kindness and your help in helping me get this message to my tribe. It is the utmost important.
He smiles.
That they get this as soon as possible.
And says, of course, I'll make sure as soon as the sun is up that the bird is on its way.
Thank you.
Let's jump to Grenna. Grenna, you finish cleaning up and feel whole again. And as you're, maybe on your way back to your chambers, or maybe let's say you've actually just finished at your chambers. You're maybe headed either down into Thornton or maybe back to find Vagard or Silas or Thora. Esha finds you in the halls. I heard you were back, she says.
Aye, finally, and in one piece.
What, well, how bad were the bogs?
Eerie, I guess is the best way to put it. It was just uncomfortable. A lot of interesting interactions, I guess you could say. But I did find a couple of our fallen while I was there. They weren't any state to bring them back, but at least we know now.
So
We kind of did know.
she's not in her like full plate armor, etc. She's probably in leathers or something like that, something similar. And she says, the Order's had a few developments of its own in the time that you've been gone.
What happened?
Maybe best that I show you.
Okay.
So she walks you through part of the Abbey's compound where the Order sort of holds their, their chapel and their meeting halls and things like that. And she says, she takes you down into the cellars, into sort of like where prisoners might be kept or someone that has been captured. And the temperature drops, of course, because you're under stone and it's damp and cool down here. She says, there's been strange happenings in the wood, and our scouts have returned with sort of ominous sightings. She then stops at one of which would normally be used like a prison cell, and inside there is a table set and a body lying on it. There is a guard posted at the door in his armor, and he of course nods to Esha and yourself and steps aside, and she takes you in. Lying on the table is an almost 7-foot tall orc. And he has a third arm growing from sort of halfway down his torso. And his ears are elongated and almost bat-like. She says,
Do you care to tell me what's going on here, Esha?
we found it in the wood.
So you brought him back here, why?
She looks at it and says, we had not seen, no one's seen an orc on this side of the mountains in a few decades.
Why?
And
So my question still stands. What is he doing here?
She holds up the third arm. She sort of picks it up off the table.
Did you already come across it when he was dead? Or did you kill him?
It was found in the bottom of a ravine not far from here. Arrows, and she points to a few wounds on its chest. We think the elves got it.
I would imagine so in their wood. But I'm still perplexed. Why is it here? And she like motions to like the table.
She's like, it has a third arm, Grenna. It has...
Aye, but that doesn't mean you need to bring it home.
These are signs of the goat.
That's exactly why you shouldn't have brought it back.
That's exactly why we need it here. We need to confirm that that's what this is. And what's an orc? What's an orc doing this far west?
Aye, but who else knows that he's here?
The majority of the order knows, but we have not revealed this to the priests.
Let's keep it that way then. Especially with everything else going on, we don't want to ruin everybody's party, and I don't want to scare anybody.
But did you see anything like this in the bog?
No. No. Not this. I saw my fair share of things that made my eyes go wide, but not that.
Are you going with the priest and the knight the Kingsguard. Are you going with them to Kingsgate? We've received word from Merkshire, a town to the east of here. Strange happenings there as well. They say beasts are fleeing the wood.
Fleeing?
Fleeing.
Okay. Do we know that this is the goat? I know that this is...
It's an orc with 3 arms, for Christ's sakes.
I know.
How does that
I know.
happen? If not mutation, if not for...
No, I know. But what I saw in the bog has me questioning everything. I'm just trying to make sure. I think that there are more than just the goat at work lately, which might be why there's so many things happening at once.
We've sent message to the Order of the Blade, the Pale Blade, in Sanctuary. They hold the pass. If an orc force came through the pass, they would know.
Do you think something's happening inside the wood with the elves? Do you think that they're part of it, or do you think that they're just dealing with it?
This orc was killed by elven arrows. No doubt about it. How Canadian did that sound?
That was really
no
Canadian.
doubt about
it. No doubt about it. She just kind of sits there and just like really is like, well, right. What if I told you that I might be going into the wood? Or might need to?
Our scouts don't go deep at all. 12.
How deep have they
12,
gone?
maybe 12, maybe 15 miles in, at most.
Okay.
That's
Where did you find him? How many miles outside of here in the ravine?
About 12 miles north of here, in a ravine. Okay. It looks like he rolled down in there after the elves shot him.
Hey. Okay.
There could be more orcs.
That is my fear. And if they are 12 miles out at the very minimum...
How could they breach they couldn't possibly breach the pass without the Order of the Pale Blade knowing. Sanctuary would warn us.
That's why I'm concerned if they are getting help.
So if there
are more than just 1 or 2 bits of groups that are part of this, whether the elves know or not, maybe he was just a defector. Why is there only 1 that was killed in the ravine? Why weren't there more dead bodies? Why'd you only find 1?
We think there were more, but the elves likely took the bodies.
And why would the elves take the bodies? See, I just have more questions at this point, so...
Because no one's seen them, Grenna.
I know, this is actually terrifying.
And the mutations
With the things I just saw, it is terrifying. Do you believe the gods could work together? Do you believe that they would? For their own devices?
The stories say they don't. They're always squabbling.
Those are stories of the past. What of the stories of now and of the future? Things can change. Gods can change their minds. And it's scary when they do.
You think the goat's working with some other divine power?
I do. Maybe it's just a terrible hunch and I'm hoping it is, but...
With who?
Istis.
Istis is a dead goddess. No one worships her anymore.
What is not worship but bringing something back to light that was once forgotten? What if a pact was made? What if a decision was made? What if she spun the threads herself to make all of this happen? It was just a matter of time.
To make all of what happen?
This chaos, rot, corruption, destruction, all of it, multiple places at once. This is a war. Spiritual war that's being waged upon people. Or at least starting to.
Well, if war's coming, we need to know about it.
Hey.
I need you to go to Kingsgate. If possible, I need you to cross the channel to Sanctuary and see what the Order of the Pale Blade have to say. They haven't responded to any of our requests.
Which could not be good, especially if you're wondering if an orc party went through there. Then you're not hearing back.
They're the closest to the... They're the closest to the pass. If any sort of sizable orc force moved through there, they would have seen it.
I will do my best to see what I can figure out. I will go to the city.
But I wouldn't go telling the Pale Blade that you think they're working with the
No,
goat.
no. I say these things in confidence. I say these things in confidence with you. I trust you all. Both of you. And she kind of like nods back to the guard who's clearly hearing the conversation.
Yeah, he can probably hear, but he is totally being stoic and like
he's just
pretending to
good
ignore.
Good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's very mind is super running. If there's just like that cinematic pan to her face, she is terrified. But she's holding it as much as she can. Is there anything else that you need while I'm there? I'll obviously send a raven if I'm able.
I just need an answer or two. I need to know what the Knights in Sanctuary saw. I need to know if the King's heard of any. Maybe the King's Guard knows something.
Well, if they know, then we'll figure it out. Trust me, I think I'm going to be the closest to the king I'll ever be in my entire life.
I think it would be safer to send you than to send a raven or to send a messenger. To send one of our own to find the answers we need. If the goat is rising, then we need to know.
Aye, absolutely. I'm going to go collect back with my friends. If you need me, I'll be down in Thornhill for the festivities as much as one could celebrate.
She smiles at
But it might be our last one for some time, so I would like to enjoy it.
No harm in one dead orc. You can tell she doesn't mean that, though. Okay, Silas. So you get down into the library. Brother Jacob has a few tomes, 3 or so, laid out on a table, and in front of him in the library there is a door. He motions to it and opens it and brings you inside. And it is a lead-lined room. And you know that lead does have the property to block some arcane divinations. I think it would be best. And he's set up something to hold the orb. I think it would be best if you left the orb in this chamber, Silas, while it's here. If anything is looking for it, it won't find it.
I highly doubt that, Brother Jakob. And I think you doubt it as well. You have seen things in the last few days more than anyone has ever could possibly imagine in their lives. I've come to ask for a different favor. Materials. I need, in particular, materials to find out more of the orb itself.
What do you need?
Memory serves me correctly. My master, Estes Ren, taught me one spell that I could not cast, but now I have the ability to cast it. Time and patience, as he always said. Time and patience, little Silas. About 100 gold worth of gem dust. He also said dust of a lich bone as well, unless you have one of those lying around here.
He smiles, he says, I would hope not. The gem dust, though, we can make available too. Will it be consumed in the spell's casting?
According to what I read, no, it doesn't. I assume it says that, right?
Yeah, it would tell you if it's consumed.
Yeah, it just says, just to be clear here. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, I don't believe it to be consumed during the casting.
Yeah, hand gestures and materials valued at 100 gold.
Yeah.
And it just talks about gem dust primarily or similar
No,
items.
I think that's great.
to it.
Brother Jakob says, I'll go get that immediately. I would prefer if the orb remained in this chamber, though. If not alone, then stay with it, but keep the door shut. Keep it sealed. What's up, Baker?
No, I'm saying like I know a guy that likes.
I know a
to,
guy.
do the Marines thing. Yeah.
Brother, you've seen me in the last few days. You've been with us on our journeys, and you've seen my disregard towards almost anything and everything, unless it seemed enough to stifle my curiosity. I think the best spot for me now is probably with those folks that walk beside me now. I understand your concern, but I think this orb, whether we like it or not, will.
He hurries
They
out.
found
He
it.
hurries out of the room as you're talking to him and grabs one of the books and brings it back and opens it for you. And he says, "This is what I believe. If this is what I believe, that this is an eye of Istus. The translation is perhaps not entirely accurate. I'm not sure that the translation is eye of Istus. I believe it is perhaps plural. And if there are more of them, then I believe that they are linked. And if they are linked, then that means whoever possesses the other one, it's entirely possible that they can hear and see everything around the one that you possess."
Then the sooner you grab the gem dust, Brother Jakob, the quicker we can see what is going on.
He hurries off to grab that for you. And comes back. And hands it over. He doesn't ask anything for it. He just gives it to you. He says,
I'm going to be
these eyes, it says, were forged in the twilight of the Age of Threads. I'm not sure what that refers to. The eyes are a sacred group of crystals, spheres, said to hold dominion over past, present, and future. He's flipping madly through the pages. I think there is likely an orb tied to one of Istus's each aspects.
Brother Jakob, you're telling me things I've already known.
Well, damn it, man! That's all new to me, and
What do you think I've been doing? Sitting around with the orb and spinning it, saying spin the orb, hoping it lands on Vagard? Guess what? It hasn't. All right? Anyways, I'm going to be extremely weary after this spell. I will cast it as many times as I possibly can. Watch the door, and then more than likely get Vagard or someone, because I doubt I'll be able to walk for long after.
very well.
I put the orb in the center of the room.
The lead room.
Am I not in the room
Are you?
itself?
Yeah, you're going to stay in the lead vault.
I'm going to stay in the lead vault to
Okay.
cast the spell.
All right.
I think
He closes the door while you're in there and lets you do your thing. So.
Okay. I'm going to take the dust.
Yes.
Sprinkle it back and forth against it. I think, kind of reading the spell, I just imagine it just functions. I'm going to speak an arcane word, and I think the word is just going to be, just for shits and gigs, Illuminous, and kind of let the magic kind of seep out from my hands and kind of clasp it together. So all the dust kind of picks up off the ground, each little speck almost twinkling like a distant star, and then kind of each one kind of almost gets thrown at the orb, almost like hurling a sheer bolt of thunder across it, and it just kind of strikes it. It does only require you to give me one aspect of the orb?
Yes, I'm just reading it now. It's actually 1 per round, and because you're second level, the duration of the spell is 1 round per level. So you'll get 2 bits of information about it, and then you're welcome to cast it again if you'd like. But of course, for each casting, you can see the cost here.
Didn't see the cost, so hence why I told him to grab me Vagard, because this is going to be fun.
So as you sprinkle the dust, as you sort of focus the spell's energy on the orb, the opalescent orb shimmers with untapped potential and shifting hues. What you now know is the Maiden's Eye reveals what could be, with infinite paths of possibility. It has the power to grant the possessor visions of near futures, sudden forks of fate, but also the raw potential in every soul. But it's fickle, and the futures shown are uncertain and ever-changing. Now, in game terms, what does it do? In game terms, let me bring that up here. In game terms, it will allow you to cast the scrying spell once per day.
Yeah, you don't say. Shocking. An eye for a goddess that can see multiple timelines. I love it.
And while holding it, it will give you +2 to armor class and +2 to any dex saves, as it gives you quick glimpses into the future, like you're about to be hit or you're about to... So while holding it, you have +2 to your armor class and +2 to dex saves.
Wait. Do you mind if I hold it during battle and you can just scry?
I was just gonna say, us just holding an Eye of Istis in battle isn't suspicious at all.
Yeah, who needs a shield? Who needs a shield?
Golly.
Anybody here familiar with Larfleeze from the Orange Lantern from the DC series? Yeah, mine. Mine.
We have a happy wizard. Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
I have 10 AC, my man. I'm getting hit by a rock that falls out of a tree. Okay, to be clear.
If you get
here.
hit, that's my fault.
+2 to AC and +2 to dex saves.
Yes.
You're now a more, protected wizard.
Oh, goody. And scry once a day. Okay. Before I feel all the effects of the spell take place, I'm going to take another side of the gem dust and throw more at it as those arcs of light go streaking into it.
So
because I don't know until I know.
So we're gonna hit it with another casting.
I'm gonna hit it with another casting.
Okay. It will also allow you to cast Augury 3 times a day.
Dude.
Holy shit.
And and you sense that there are greater powers that it has, but you're not high enough level to wield them yet, even with the orb.
Okay.
Like to sort of just tempt you here, like at a higher level, not only will you be able to scry other locations, but you can telepathically communicate with people at those locations. That, like, if you can see them, you can reach out to them.
Oh my god!
You're not quite there yet. As well,
I have the sending kit. I have the sending spell.
As well,
that's basically what I have. Almost.
You're not high enough level yet, but this item is capable of warping reality like a wish spell.
Yeah.
Okay, take it easy.
Yeah. Now I know why.
Calm down now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think knowing that I could, that there is more, but I'm not strong enough yet for it, probably stops him from a third casting, right? I feel like, because I think I was supposed to get like one. Yeah. So the fact that I got Augury.
Two rounds each. So you know about the Augury, you know about the Scrying, you know about the armor class and saving throw buff that comes with it, and then you know about these other things, but they're beyond you. If you tried to unlock those on the orb, you think the orb would eat you. Like the power in the orb would overcome you.
Okay, so I think I would stop there with 2 castings of it.
Okay, so roll 2d4, and that's how much Constitution you lose.
Yep.
For what?
Every time you cast Identify in Castles and Crusades, you lose 1d4 Constitution. Not permanently.
Forever?
Not permanently, but it drains you.
Yeah. The good news about it, the good news, after resting for 1 hour per each identified cast, if Constitution is returned to normal. So for the next 2 hours, y'all, I'm going to be. Oh fuck! Of course I roll high. All right, that's 3 and 2, 5. I lose 5 con.
Yeah.
You have heartache. Yeah, you just.
Which would put your Constitution, which puts your Constitution to 6, which is a -2 modifier, I believe. So, and your second level, so you would actually lose 4 hit points. So you have 2 hit points in this feeble state. Yeah, and you fall to the ground, and Vhagar, brother Jakob, goes and gets you. And when you return into the library, you find the lead vault, and Vhagar opens it, and Silas is lying sort of weakly beside the orb.
Immediate lay on hands, like immediate everything I've got. Just like
you look before you even do that. You go to reach your hand out, and you look at him. He is almost like, eye sockets, like kind of showing. You can kind of see almost the veins in the side of his head. Almost, it's like he looks sickly white.
Pick him up. I'm gonna scoop him up while I'm doing lay on hands. I'm gonna do my best to not let anybody see him in this state as I run to where Brenna said, nearest barracks, like a room that's empty. I want to lay him down on a bunk.
Jakob can guide you to one of the, like, a monk's quarters where Silas can rest.
I'll
okay,
and stay there. I'll have him go grab Thor and Grenna as well. I'll be like, Jakob, if you don't have heals that you can provide, cleric.
I think these are self-inflicted wounds and need time. That's all.
That's fine. It's the best I can do. I'm not good at what I do. I know when to. Are you there? Oh. Hey.
It's part of the spells. It's just, it drains the individual.
You can't be risking yourself. I've been doing this for quite some time the past few days.
Well,
I understand that knowledge is important. You have to.
Knowledge is the only thing that can prevent. You see, like, little beads of sweat kind of forming at his head. He's like really sick right now,
I'll just put my hand on his forehead.
I think the last word you probably hear right before you do that, and probably right before he passes out, is probably it's plague.
Go get my friends. Oh, you're muted, brother.
Sorry, everyone's made aware of what's going on, that Silas has overexerted himself with the casting of spells to learn about the orb, and that he's now resting well inside the abbey, in a monk's chambers. You know, there's unused chambers here in the Abbey, so you've been made feel comfortable.
If you guys come in, I assume you do. Like, I'll just be sitting there next to him and just kind of give a look.
Can I just ask for a clarification on something? Is Silas like clutching the orb, or did he leave it in the vault?
No, Silas would have literally fallen onto the orb, to be clear.
Okay.
And probably wouldn't have come out of the room without the orb.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no way he's even in a sickly state. He's delusional, but he's not dumb. Is his problem? That's his fucking problem. And I think it's gonna get him killed. Yeah.
Okay. So does Yaga grab ladies?
Yeah. If Thora and Grenna want to come to the chamber, they're there as well.
Yeah, yeah, she like walks back with him at a brisk pace.
Thora will be coming in probably a little bit later. She wanted to go make sure that Brute was settled in the stables with the other horses, has had his dinner and is comfortable.
Yeah, Brute is in his own corral. Like, it's not that he doesn't play nice, but he doesn't play nice. He's a bigger, more powerful steed than anything they're sort of used to here. And the horses of Galengard they're no joke.
He's giving alpha.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
He's asserting dominance over a lot of things.
Good boy, Bruce.
If Brenna walks in, I'll just gesture to Silas. He never he's been in constant battle since.
Jakob makes sure that things are quiet in the hall and moved away. And
before he leaves,
yes.
how is brother Jakob like? How is his demeanor through all of this?
He seems concerned. He seems very concerned.
Okay, not like fearful, but just concerned for well-being.
No,
or
he seems
in the general sense of things.
No, he seems concerned and fearful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your boy's tossing out magic.
And actually,
right.
if Grenna's in the hall or Vhagar,
yeah, she's just hanging out in the hall right now. She doesn't want to crowd the room.
He'll be like he'll say to you, Grenna, Silas won't release the orb, and I think it needs to be in the vault.
As much as I would like to agree with you, brother, I don't. I think keeping it in the vault will bring very much a danger to here. And all of you will be very much at the dispense of whoever decides to come by and try to take it. He was apparently given some sort of vision and talked to someone. But we were basically given a warning that people would be after us for this. There's no way that I could leave it here.
He seems to know more than I do about it, but everything points to that orb being able to communicate with other items like it.
Can I hear them?
Yeah, you hear them sort of whispering in the corridor.
Okay.
If it's in the
Maybe
vault,
this
if it's
is our
in the
quest
vault,
to find them now.
Well,
maybe we need it to find the others to
I
make
don't.
sure that
I
no
don't
one else
disagree
does.
that we might be able to use the orb, but
someone has to. It's not going to be you.
It's better to be tucked
Look
away.
what it did to him.
It's better to be tucked away, Grenna.
Let us take it to the city.
Silas and I,
Let us just see what else we can find.
Silas and I believe that there are other orbs like it, and if there are, they could be in communication with each other. Simply leaving it outside the vault leaves it open, like a hole in the wall to listen through, or a spyglass aboard a ship.
Brenna. I'm there like petting his sweaty hair. You know what I mean? Just like hanging out next to him and gesture her in to like sit next to my side so we can talk in confidence.
I think she just puts a hand on Brother Jakob's shoulder and just kind of like nods at him, excusing herself from this moment, and goes inside and kind of crouches next to Vegard.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Jakob makes his way down out of the abbey, and on the way out, I'm gonna say that he sort of passes Thora, and he says, he's not well. He overexerted himself trying to learn all the secrets of the orb.
I will look a little bit confused and concerned, but I'll rush in and
Yeah.
As you
try to pick up the pace and go past, Jakob grabs your wrist just for a moment, Thora, and he's like, Thora, they need to lock the orb in the vault. I've already talked to Grenna about it. Silas is dead set against it, but I really believe that's the best course of action.
Well, why do you think it needs to be locked up?
It's a window. Other people, other things, other. They could be watching us. They could be. The vault should be able to shut the window, essentially.
Well, if you're saying it's a window, they will already know it's here, and they will come and get it. And the Abbey will be in danger. Everybody will be in danger.
I don't know if they've seen that yet. The point is, every moment it remains outside the vault.
Look,
it's a greater threat.
This orb is a threat in entirely. There is no doubt that people know that the orb is here. It is already too late, I fear.
He
locking it up will not make it any better.
He sort of scoffs at that, seeing he's not making headway with you either, and just walks away. He clearly frustrated, but also like, you're a barbarian. You can smell fear. He's frightened.
I'll kind of. I will. Sorry. I will kind of watch as he walks away, knowing that I can kind of smell his fear, and I will start, fast walking into to go find Silas and Vegard and Grenna.
Okay, so Grenna. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'll look at I'll look at Silas, I'll look at Grenna, and then I'll look at Vegard, and what happened? What the hell happened? Brother Jakob told me that you overexerted yourself. What? Why?
To grab her hand and pull it in, and just squeeze her hand and pull both of them in. And his he's got a sweaty head. He's got fever.
All talk so loudly. Can you all just whisper a little bit?
I'm sorry.
Just a little bit?
Désolé. He's mumbling about it. Honestly, he's the smartest of all of them. And he's clutching this thing.
Why is Brother Jakob so adamant about locking this orb up? If he knows it's a window, the people who are after it already know that it's here. So why does he want to lock it up and put the Abbey in danger?
We can take it into the forest tonight. 13 steps and lay on it. I don't care. The Abbey would be safe. But I think this thing is the prime. I don't think my king's wedding or anything is stronger than this orb. So I want to take advice of my friend. What do we got to get this thing away from civilization.
We can't take it into the city. We can't.
I agree. This is being used, and we brought this here. We brought this. We were designed to bring this to the city. Visions were driving me to take it to. At a minimum, we should get this out of the city and then inform the king or whoever, or see what happens. But we have to get this out of the Abbey and our friends. And I'll carry Silas.
If it comes to it, Silas can ride with me on Brute. He's very sturdy. He can handle the both of us. Just so that Silas can rest.
Look at Grenna. Grenna.
My horse.
You're the only one who hasn't touched the orb. As I put my hand slightly over Silas's mouth and just like rest this thing. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur.
Oh, you know that one too. You know that lullaby too. So that one transpired a little far. All right. I'm not the only one who's heard it.
Take your hand off.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, like he said before, I don't think it really matters where we take it or what we do. I think what will find us will find us. And if it doesn't, then we defied a god.
We did.
I don't know which one I'm willing to take chances on.
I don't think there's defiance more than seeking an audience deliberately.
Oh, I think he sought an audience quite right. I don't know if any of us should.
He's still standing.
Yeah, but look at him.
Well,
He looks gaunt like a ghost. Worse than
He looks like he's aged. He looks like he's aged 20 years.
Aye. He looks like
shit.
shit.
We should put this in the vault.
I'm still all alive, right?
So
We're all still alive, all right? You're good. Rest. Rest your
Helen.
ears. Rest your eyes.
do you guys think we should take him to the vault? Yes or no?
No.
No.
And we gotta-
I
and we
think
leave
what
the
I think
Abbey.
what Thora said is very apropos. I mean, to be completely honest with you, if people have been if people have been looking for this for quite some time and they've been scrying in their own way and they know we have it, they've known we've had it, and they're probably on their way over here right now. So your idea of not going to the city is quite a good idea, but where the hell are we going to go aside?
Straight north.
Into the wood?
So
Well, then I should probably inform you that there's orcs. Or a orc.
there was frogs.
No, you don't understand. Have you ever seen one of them?
They
Have
seem
you ever
free
come
love.
into contact with them?
We'll have to be careful. We gotta fight day to day, minute to minute, and survive until we figure this out. But with this thing, can't be near people.
It's gonna be near people for quite some time if we're going north. There's elves all over that wood, and they like to stay hidden until we either piss them off too much or they want something from us. Kind of inevitable.
What do you suggest? We can't take it back to the vault.
No, we definitely can't, but I think going north is good, but what I'm telling you is we're not going to be completely away from civilization. There's still
I
going to be people.
I think we all have the best interests of lives around us.
Perfect.
And just like the dream that Silas saw about going over the edge of whatever rampart that was, if there's collateral damage, whatever it is for the greater good. And we need to keep moving towards the greater good at all times. And the greater good for us, I think, is in that wood. But I'm not going anywhere unless you guys say it's a good idea. Because of trust.
I do not want unnecessary deaths on my hands because this orb is a beacon. It knows where we're going. It knows where we're headed. So we need to figure out we need to decide where we're going and when we're leaving.
I think we should do that outside of this room.
I agree
No
with you.
offense to our friend here.
I'm
But
gonna
if
scoop 'em
somebody's
up.
listening, we might need to take our chances and go walk into that vault and decide what we're going to do.
All right, I'll scoop them up and just like follow you guys into the. I don't want to go to the guys. I don't want to go in this room.
It's the only way that we're not going to be able to be heard or seen.
Are you absolutely positive this room is in some
It's the only
sort
thing
of,
they keep in this room. That's why I don't like going in here, because I don't really I don't mess with anything in here. But all I know is it protects. And if, now I'm paranoid with what I said is correct, if somebody is already listening in, sitting here talking about our plans probably is the stupidest thing that we could be doing.
I'm going to put Silas in Thor's arms. I'm going to.
Silas is still holding on to the orb with
Yep.
whatever might he has remaining. Is that correct?
It's in his arm. He's
Yeah.
gripped it. Like, he's worried that, he's rocking
I'll
it like a
carry him,
baby.
but at arm's length.
Before I go into the chamber, I will detect evil.
No, quite the opposite. This is
Okay, I'm
this
in.
is
I am
this
all
is-
in. Okay, I'm sorry.
the
I should have done this before.
the whole abbey would be consecrated by Orion's clerics.
Okay.
So the
Just-
god of light.
Man,
and,
Lawful
As soon as I
friend,
see
more than I'm
As soon as I
lawful
see
good.
Vhagar sprint in there, I follow.
okay. So everyone goes into the vault. There's a number of holy, wards around the archway and that, but it's a lead door, and the walls in here are lined with lead to fight off divination magics.
All right.
Just go inside.
So everyone, I assume, the party and
Yeah,
the
we're all
orb
inside.
are all inside the vault.
Yes.
And the door is shut.
Currently, yes.
Okay.
Right. So if we go to the wood, there are some things that I need to tell you that I just found out. What I said is true. There's an ark that got brought back here. One with 3 arms. Damn, what else was wrong with it? 3 arms, and it had bat-like ears.
Bat-like ears.
And it had bat-like ears. There hasn't been an orc sighted here in 2 decades. It was found down 12 miles out in a ravine, killed by elven arrows. That is not only a sign of great omen, but it's a distinct sign of the black goat.
I'll just
I
take
brought
I'll
up
just
the
take that a step
possibility.
I'll just take that a step further. None of you have seen an orc. Like, they just haven't come over the Kern Mountains in ages.
All right.
I haven't been out of my tribe, so first time ever. So I've never seen
Yeah,
one.
you maybe have. So, Thora, you've never seen an orc. I would think that, well, Grenna has seen one now. Silas has maybe seen drawings and books and things like that. Same with Vhagar. But like, this kingdom was forged on the pushing of the orcs back over the Kern Mountains, and there has not been an orc in this
these lands, as far as they know, for, three generations.
I'm sorry, Grenna. It must be the fever or just sheer. I've died, but did you see an orc?
Aye. 7 foot tall, 3 arms and bat-like ears. A distinct sign of corruption.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure orcs don't have any of those
No.
features. Correct,
No,
yes.
I mean, that was the first one I've ever seen, but I've seen many a picture and heard many a story, and none of them ever described 3 arms and bat-like ears. That's why I'm concerned, and Esha was concerned that it could be distinctly the Black Goat. I asked her if... Do you think gods can work together?
I think we both know the answer to that. I imagine the answer you told her was yes.
And that is my deepest fear, is what if this and what if that are somewhat combined, especially if the orb is telling us to go into the wood. And now we're deciding to go into the wood.
Is this and the goat working together?
Corruption in time. The threads of fate and corruption working hand in hand. It doesn't sound like a good outcome for any of us.
Thing to gain, though. I'm working with the goat, though.
I don't know. Maybe these are just two completely different things happening at the same time, and my mind is trying to draw conclusions. We don't know. But it is something just to keep mind of if we're going there. We might be going out of her territory and into his. And if we're bringing something of her with us, it's just something I want to keep in mind. This is very serious. If we come across even the same amount as us, we are at the underhand. We have no advantage. None of us know how they fight. We just have heard stories or written or read them in books. I don't want to repeat anything like that.
We're hearing how vicious they were. That when they
Aye.
fought the walls to drive them back, countless were lost.
It would be easy. So, we stay mindful, we stay respectful, and we don't draw any attention to us as much as possible. It's the only way we're going to make it through. Our parties here have never gone more than 15 miles in, and sometimes they don't even make it back. If we're really going to do this, we have to be smart.
Where do we enter, then?
In reference the scouts and say and ask them where they last went in, what might be safe, what might be clear, and we can just go from there.
They told you that all this was happening within the forest themselves?
She didn't say much else besides that they were found. But they don't go too far in. 12 miles to 15 miles is all that we would ever do, and that's at maximum more than is comfortable for most. They were lucky that they found that body, and crazy enough to bring it back.
May God, what do you think should be done? I know you have to get back to Kingsgate. Do you not?
Best interest of King. I'm with you.
Thora?
I think Jakob stays with us. And I'm taking him to the wedding. We just had a weird turn here. I'll have him collect components for more heals.
I'm sure he'll love to hear that.
It's too bad. You okay?
It's gonna take about another hour and a half, but I'm starting to feel a bit better. Slowly.
I need you to feel better. Okay?
How many push-ups can you do in 90 minutes? Let's find out.
Whatever makes you happy. I'll crank them up.
Okay, so can we just in the for the sake of continuing to push sort of things forward, do you stay in the vault overnight while Silas rests? Like, you're all pretty tired, like, as time's
Absolutely.
wearing on. So
Yeah, I think at some point Grenna's just gonna straight up pass out on the ground on this
yeah, because there's nothing
lead-lined floor.
really in the vault, just like a sort of a pedestal for the orb to sit on, and that's it. So yeah, everybody just kind of
She's just coughing on her back, just
Okay.
passed out.
They're like,
I go sleep.
I think
I
before-
go.
I was gonna say, before she goes to bed, I think she like offers up like just like the extra tabard or something like to somebody else's, like folded up as a pillow, but she's just gonna straight
That's what I
pass
was gonna
out.
say.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep last, and I'm almost stripping down to my NPC naked. You know what I mean? In video games, and rolling up all of my clothes so everybody wakes up with a pillow. And I'll
Yeah,
sleep
Thora
on
doesn't-
Thora's
The 90
muscle
minutes.
mommy thigh. I'll just go to sleep. You know what I mean? I'm guessing Thora's legs, you know what I mean, are just stride and huge.
Oh. No, Thora doesn't feel comfortable being so closed up in the vault. She likes a little bit more open, out in the open. So she's actually going to go with Brute.
Can I grab her? I know this is uncomfortable. I understand this is uncomfortable. This is the way it is. I think this is the way it is. I understand that far from home. I have to tell you. I have to promise you your tribe is here. We're going to go home. We're going to bring you home. As a matter of fact, that's where we were going before we discovered that people were going to be hurt in the meantime. Thora, we need you in here. Not because we want to interdict you getting your space. This is the best for Silas. We are Silas's vault.
I'll ponder on it for a little bit longer. And I will give in, and I will say, okay, but I have to sleep by the door. That's what will make me feel more comfortable.
Thank you.
So everyone at some point or another crashes and falls asleep in various positions, and you're woken by the vault door being edged open slightly. You've all, Silas, your constitution is back, and everyone's had a full night's rest. Although, you know, you maybe have a crook in the neck, or, you know, a pain in the hip from the floor. And
Grenna re-stinks again.
yes.
Sleep.
And Jacques like sticks his head in. Vagard, are you in here?
Yeah, we're in here. Come on in.
You told me to come back, and as he pushes the door open, he has baskets of pies.
Oh.
Gran said you were supposed to come and get these. And he like puts them down on the floor. There's all kinds of food in them. A few bottles as well. And you never came down last night, so you know, but you said to be back here for morning, and I'm here.
I was like, take one of those, put it next to it. See what
He takes Silas over a bottle of mead and puts it beside him.
What? What? Is it morning already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Hi.
Silas, as you wake, the orb isn't in your hands anymore.
I'm out. Knew I didn't want to damn fall.
I checked my backpack, my pack.
Sure. You start searching through it. No, it's not here.
God. Tim through the fourth. I didn't. Yeah.
I would like to detect every disposition in the vault right now.
Okay. Yeah, you read everyone's auras, and they all look the same, but Silas is a little more radiant this morning.
He is the orb.
Oh, that's what I
Is-
got.
It absorbed into his body.
You absorbed it!
You see,
He
Silas.
pondered it so hard he became the orb.
Orb?
Do I have a third eye? Please tell me I don't have a third eye. Wait. Hang on. Hang on. I'm glancing at my hand. Can I take off my patch?
Yes. All of
And
you, as he pulls the patch up, sort of a light comes from under the patch, and
God, your butt.
the orb is like replaced his eye, and it swirls with colors like a pearl does when you put light on it.
Dang.
You're
Damn.
still
Like,
gonna need to wear that eye patch.
I think
Talk about not drawing attention to ourselves.
Yeah,
Jeremy's
I
doing
think
music.
When did this happen?
I thought it was a pie in the middle of the... I don't know, Granna. Listen, the only other thing I understood from the orb itself is that it has other powers that I do not have the ability yet to partake in.
Oh shit, he attuned to it. He's like fantastic.
I think I attuned to it, to be honest with you. Let's go OCC here for a second. Out of character here for a second. I think
I didn't even think about that. It has
Oh
all
my
these
God. Now you don't
have to
powers, but
hold
gotta
it. Now you don't have to
go
hold
to
it.
Get them.
Yeah, I
now
don't
you
have
don't have to hold
look
it.
at me. Now I can just go,
Oh.
hey, look at me.
Ah,
Oh my god.
that's insane.
Well,
That's insane.
Well, all right then. I think we have our. I think we don't have a choice now anymore. We can go wherever we want. We don't really have. We don't have a choice. It's you now. You are the orb.
Brother Jakob's going to be pissed.
Yeah. How are we gonna explain this to anybody?
I'll handle
Oh.
that. It's my job.
Paladin who lies. That'll be
All right
interesting.
then.
Paladin who lies. I'm not. What? The safest place is into the woods, right?
According to what was told.
Okay.
It's
Then we
that or
should
King's
prepare.
Gate.
Jacques, get the horses.
He nods. Except for Brute, right?
Yeah, of course.
I will take care of
Wait.
Brute.
I'll look at him. I'll look at Thora and be like, actually, no. Grab Brute.
Actually, don't.
I want him to learn. He's our I'll just wink like, hey, come on. He needs a challenge.
Brute
He's a
is,
better
Brute is
knight.
very hard to handle. I do not want to see him get hurt.
He's gonna be
So
okay.
Jacques rushes off to get
God,
horses.
and I'll glance at her with the eye. Just, no, he's not.
Jacques rushes off to get horses, and all of you make whatever preparations you're making. And a moment later, we're sort of in the courtyard of the abbey with horses under the light of day. Jakob comes out into the courtyard, and where are we? Are we going? We make for Kingsgate today?
Slight detour.
Just a little bit.
And
Now, Silas, are you wearing the eye patch?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing the eye patch immediately. The minute we walked out, eye patch back on, and if anything, I double wrap that thing now.
Yeah. Just to be clear, it functions like an eye. When you had your eye patch off, it was like you could see fully again.
But does it glow? Does it glow at all?
There is a faint glow to it. Yes.
Yeah, hard path.
Okay.
Putting the eye patch on.
All
yeah.
right. So Brother Jakob's like a detour.
Can I? We didn't identify any of the other properties, and this is just Tim.
That's right.
We didn't identify the properties of
Of
of the other equipment we have.
That's correct.
So, now that we have a legendary artifact riding with us, I'm taking my amulet off and pointing at the two rings that are held there as well, and just be like, "Hey, we might need to figure out what these are as well," and handing them to Silent.
We're gonna be on a horse, right?
Yeah. Take your time. And I'll hold the reins of his horse and just be like, go ahead and study. And this is the library of cavalry, I'll call it. And just like,
Okay.
go ahead.
And
There's an easier way to do this, but
I'm sorry. Is Brother Jakob to come with you?
He's coming. Yeah, I told him he's coming. We're on the way to the wedding.
Okay, so he makes haste to pack, and the party makes its way out of the gates of Darkwood Abbey, and really, like, not anybody really aware of your leaving because it's happened so sudden. There's maybe a few guards that have been there seeing you go, but there's no sort of send-off or anything like that. And the town of Thornton is sort of sleeping off a hangover from last night's revelry.
Even better.
And then rather than
Perfect.
taking any trails, you just turn the horses north into Darkwood.
Yep.
Fantastic. Sounds wonderful.
And
Brother Jakob, just real quick, hear us out. We're gonna go into the northern forests. It's just a little detour. We just want to see something.
yeah, as you ride your way out, you say that to him, and sort of one by one, we watch as a horse and rider disappears into the edge of the Darkwood, and you say that to Brother Jakob, and he like looks at you, and he's like, "We'll all die in here, you know."
I think I've foreseen something else.
That's the line we end on. That's the line we end on. So then you know, Silas' horse is maybe the last one into the wood, and yeah, let's call it there for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, a lot of role playing. Good job, everybody. I think that was excellent. What you?
I think we rolled a single die.
No, we didn't.
We
That
didn't
is so
roll a
awesome. We
single
did not
die.
roll.
I love those
Only-
episodes, though. I'm gonna be real. It was a good one. It was not
Watching
juicy,
the followers
juicy
down to
bits.
14, and I was like, people are missing the F out right now. I need to do better at like, this is the most incredible thing. This is so incredible.
It's gonna
You
be
guys were
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah,
So
good.
awesome.
You guys were all
yeah.
three of you were amazing, dude. Jeremy, like, salute you. That was some fantastic role playing. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I think you guys helped. You guys, I did very little talking tonight. You guys did most of it. So hats off to all of you. We do have some stuff to give away, though. If anybody in chat would like to enter still, you just have to give us an exclamation point ticket and then a space in the number 1. We've got 2 gift cards to give away to Trollord Games, their store. $10 worth.
Yeah.
You can, for any PDFs on their web store. And just so you know, the player's handbook for Castles and Crusades, the PDF is free. So you've got the player's handbook. You could pick yourself up a monster manual with the $10 $10 towards that, or maybe as your first adventure for Castles and Crusades. So if anybody would like to enter, please enter. You as players, please enter. We'll just give these away, and yeah, I'll give just a couple seconds here. Anybody want to talk about what they're doing this week? Anybody else streaming or anything over the next while we have people punch in for tickets?
It's a busy week. It's a busy week for me.
Yeah. I'll be streaming tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. One of my games that I think some of y'all have seen me play has a new event. We're going to be streaming that tomorrow. And then me and Tim will be on Lord Gazumba's channel on Saturday with the Nuclear Meat Group.
What is Nuclear Meat?
That's the name of our group. That's the name of our victory group is Nuclear Meat.
I'm intrigued.
I love it.
I'm intrigued.
It's first edition Greyhawk stuff. And it's
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
I've got a level
Sunday-
8, a level fighter mage, level 8, 9.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then Sunday, hey Jay, he's back.
He
Did not name it. And then Sunday we're back with DM Pete and Saltmarsh, which is another Greyhawk. So yeah,
Nice.
it's super busy.
Nice. Well, last chance, everybody, to get in on your tickets, and we'll do this draw, and then we'll maybe raid somebody.
Tickets in.
There's a good chance of you winning tonight. There's not that many people in the hat.
Your
Hey,
name's
Jay,
in there.
did you put your
Let's go.
name in? Jay needs to win something.
Yeah,
Exclamation point ticket 1. Do it now in chat.
I feel like
Or you're stinky.
Jay's always giving away stuff. Does he ever win stuff?
Yeah, Jay. Yeah. Does anybody ask why Jay? You know,
Yeah,
like,
why, Jay?
how
Yeah,
is
why, Jay?
Off, Jay.
He probably gets it for free. He has so many connections.
I do not need anything.
Yeah, Jay has it all.
That's okay.
What
fair
does
enough.
Jay not have?
Fair enough. Well, let's do a draw here. I'm just looking at so I think Brungal is the only one on the list that isn't a player. So I feel like Brungal is going to win one of these.
Let's just give it.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But we do have a second one. So why don't we see which maybe one of you guys can walk.
Modlight put his in. I don't.
Isn't Modlight Mo?
Fox.
Oh
Yeah, that's Mox.
Oh, well, we can give one to Modlight then, and one to Brungal. Sound good?
Love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, love it.
Chris has won so many. Chris, you're amazing. Chris is chilling there, just being, yeah. Love you, man. He was in our one shot. He's awesome.
Well, there we go. Where did the name? Oh my gosh, I think it just dropped the name, so I'll have to do those now. Tim, do you want to take us out?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Darling Creepshow.
Oh, cool.
I'll punch that.
And I'll be sending those codes through Twitch Whispers to our winners.
Love it.
Yay!
Invalid username, Darling Creepshow. What? Oh, you can't put @ for the raid.
Yeah, it's /raid and then just the name.
Yep.
Yep.
I know. Why can't they make all commands the same?
That would be
Such a
nice.
boomer. I'm the worst boomer. Hey.
Oh, Modlight, if you can't, message me at DM_Jeremy and I can send you the code. I don't know if you're in, unless you're in,
if you can find us in the Discord, you can find us anywhere. You can hit me and whisper, and I'll sort you out, Modlight.
yeah,
Okay.
is Modlight in Stronghold's Discord?
Yeah, but you can find me.
He is.
Oh.
He is. Okay,
Perfect.
then
Perfect.
send a message to either myself, DM Jeremy, or send a message to Tim, and we'll get you the code. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good game tonight, everybody.